James the Lesser, we don't know how to do any polls with anything yet. Like, I'm looking to do polls with Nightbot and stuff, and I think it would still work here on YouTube like we were trying to get it to work on Twitch.
Here we go.
Hello, and welcome to James the Lesser Express Lane, where we get you in and out as fast as possible with DSP uploaded a video at 2:30 in the morning, his time, crying about the FGC. You know that thing he doesn't care about? The community he's not a part of, hasn't been for over a decade, and wants something to do with? Well, apparently he does. Let's watch.
A few weeks ago, I covered a topic regarding Street Fighter 6. It was actually about a month ago at this point now, I think. And the topic was this. I felt that Street Fighter 6 was being ruined because too many people in the modern day rush to the internet and share the meta of these fighting games right away. And because
He means he couldn't beat up scrubs for as long as he usually did. Guys, back in the Street Fighter 2 and 3 days, I could beat up scrubs for months. I could go a whole year beating up scrubs. Now I can only go maybe 8 months, and then the stuff gets posted online and people know how to block my spam attacks.
they do, there is no actual time frame when people have discovery, where they play the game and they learn it at their own pace, and different people discover different things and play differently, and then those strategies are refined through competition. Instead, everything about a game is known within the first few weeks, the meta is discovered, and then these characters just aren't interesting anymore. Notably, Mai Shiranui, when she first came out, no one knew what to do with her for a couple of days, but then within a few days, all the breakdown videos were online,
Again, he couldn't beat up scrubs. That's his entire complaint. His entire complaint is that he couldn't beat up scrubs for months.
footage was online, and therefore the character just wasn't that interesting anymore, okay? At that time, I started a discussion, and I said, did you notice that basically with these fighting games today, there is no real originality? It's not like when you're playing a fighting game back in the day, once one person would pick Ryu, and their gameplay style with Ryu in Street Fighter 2 would be, I'm keeping away. I'm just going to pelt you with fireballs, and I'm going to uppercut with a Shoryuken when you jump, and I'm going to try to sweep, and that's it. I keep you away. That's my Ryu gameplay. But then someone else would pick Ryu, and that Ryu would actually do mid-range footsies, strategies, try to mix you up, do combos, all right? And then another person would pick Ryu, and they'd have another unique strategy, okay? So you would play old-school fighting games, and they would all feel completely unique and different depending on who you were playing. A one Chun-Li would be rush down, constantly trying to hit you and throw you into throw loops. Another Chun-Li would be complete keep away with fireballs and her up kicks. And it felt great because of that. Fighting games felt interesting, different, unique, and fresh. You would go to a tournament and play someone, and you'd be like, wow, I've never experienced what I just saw before, and I learned something. So your trip out to the tournament felt like...
And remember, he hasn't played anyone offline in over a decade. Has he met anyone besides Panda or Cat offline in a decade? Not kind of like cashiers, because those, no, they're just trapped there. They're forced to be dealing with him. Besides Panda or Cat, has there been, or his parents? So let's see, Cat, Panda, his parents. In the past decade, there's maybe 4 people that have interacted with him that, you know, weren't forced because of their job.
Like it was worth it because you would actually learn. Today, these games have been so dumbed down, and they're so easy to play with absolutely no skill required to do any of the combos or moves. They're all easy mode shit. There's no actual practice really required outside of sitting in the lab for an hour or two. You've learned everything. And with everyone posting all of the meta strategies online right away, the era of discovery is gone. The era of individuality has left the building. Why is it that every time that we play Street Fighter 6 and we face a Cammy, a Jury, a JP, it always feels like you're fighting exactly the same person, despite the fact you're not? You're actually fighting the same strategies, the same stuff over and over. The game's been designed that way, okay? This is a major problem in my opinion.
DSP. It's not just Street Fighter. Or even fighting games. What was it? There's that Morharu, or whatever it's called, game. That's the, oh, hey, yeah, it's gonna be really cool. It's different. It's not Call of Duty. It's like medieval warfare stuff. And then, why would you use that weapon? That weapon sucks. You had to use this weapon or this weapon. You had to use this armor or that armor. You had to use this skill or that skill. And so you get on there, it's like, oh, wow, I'm a brand new player. Stomped. Brand new player. Stomped. I want to try. Stomped. So you go online like, oh, there's literally only 2 strategies. Do anything outside of these 2 strategies, you get stomped. So DSP, it's not just Street Fighter. And again, it's not newbies try to play this game and they can because they just get stomped the entire time by other people who have been figuring out the meta. It's, guys, I used to be able to go months acting like I was a professional, acting like my 4th place at Evo meant something. Now I might be able to only go a week acting like my 4th place at Evo meant something. New characters because people figuring them out right away. Help!
This is why people are bored of playing games like Street Fighter 6. and saying, wow, this game sucks. My
You're only bored because you weren't hitting goals and you keep getting your ass kicked.
came out, the game was refreshed for 2-3 weeks, and now no one cares about Street Fighter 6 anymore. It's like, who cares? When's Elena coming out? The next DLC character. Jeez, right? So, at the time that I was talking about this, Button Check, who is a online content creator on YouTube who covers fighting games, actually picked up the story and actually covered a video or two of mine where I talked about it, and we kind of went back and forth a little bit about the discussion. And where we ended the discussion was simple. The end of the discussion was thus.
Oh yeah, this is all gonna be a lie.
DSP is saying this now, but no one wants to ever listen to DSP. Everyone wants to turn DSP into the butt of a joke. No one likes him, right? Especially in the fighting game community, even though, as you guys know, I'm literally not a part of the fighting game community. I don't go to tournaments. I don't play games competitively. So why on earth
You don't leave the house! So, shut the fuck up.
does anyone in the fighting game community have a grudge against me? I have no fucking clue. I have not been a part of the FGC for literally, like, I would argue, 15 years. Like, the last time I cared about competitive Street Fighter was probably around the era of Street Fighter 4.
Then why are you talking about this if you don't care about it?
So why anyone in the FGC gives two shits and doesn't like me and has a grudge against me and what I have to say, I don't know. Why people would say, oh, it's DSP, write him off.
Guys, 10 years ago, I showed up to this tournament and pissed in everyone's faces. It was 10 years ago. I don't get why people still hate me. Why don't people mention my name in the same places like Daigo and Jaha? Oh, gee, what did you win? I was the #1 American in 2005. What did you win? I won a mall tournament against a bunch of 12-year-olds when I was 31 years old. What did you win? The reason why other people's names stick around is A, they won, not finished fourth, and they were nice guys. They were great personalities. They were charismatic. They didn't show up and piss in everyone's faces. Jackass.
I don't know. I mean, I was back there in the formative years of Street Fighter, grinding it out in arcades, playing in tournaments, running tournaments. The track record is there and the history is there. But just because I'm DSP, apparently I'm not supposed to be paying attention. Right? Or, no, don't listen to this guy. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Fine.
You don't.
So anyway, we had the discussion, all right, that back when Street Fighter V came out, within the first few months of the game out, I highly criticized the game. And I said, listen, this game is not good. It's too flowcharty. The connections online are awful. The game is not a competitive, fun game. It doesn't hold a candle to previous Street Fighters. It's the worst one ever. Everyone yelled at me, panned. How dare he say that? Because this was the big new fighting game. You're supposed to be hyped for it, right? Within 2 years, everyone agreed with me. And when Street Fighter...
No. No. What the fuck? Guys, everyone agree with me. Name 5. Name 5 big people. Not, guys, I know how to get some clickbait views. I want to say Street Fighter sucks. Name, did Jaha say that? Did Daigo say that? Did, I don't know, Sonic Fox say that? Name someone who's worth listening to who said that.
Fighter 5 was retired for Street Fighter 6. Almost every pro came out saying, yeah, this game was actually quite bad. Street Fighter 6 is better. I was there saying it at first. No one wanted to listen. But now, it's actually the popular opinion. So here we are in Street Fighter 6. Okay? And I'm saying, this game, sadly, is too easy to play. People are exposing the meta too early online. It's ruining the game. It's making it stagnant. It's making it boring. And it's making it that every time you fight a person, it doesn't feel unique. You're fighting the same bot, the same pattern. You're not fighting that person in a unique flair of gameplay. It's just, how do I perform the flowchart better than the next person to win easily, right? So,
Guys, how do I win? And I can't believe these people are trying to win. How dare they try to win? And the whole reason you're pissed off is because you can't win easily against scrubs anymore.
Say this, and Button Check actually said it in his content. Is it that because DSP is saying it, that no one will listen? Do people actually agree with this sentiment? But because DSP says it, it doesn't matter, and then in 2-3 years, all of a sudden, everyone else will say it publicly and agree. Well, it's happening faster than you thought.
No, it's not. Shut the fuck up.
Because, ladies and gentlemen, pros and or former pros are starting to now step up and criticize Street Fighter 6 in a way that I feel like they should. And I'm glad that people are finally having balls to do so. And in fact, the person who I'm highlighting today is not only one of the best Street Fighter players of all time in the United States, but also is well regarded as someone who knows his shit when he talks about games. The person I'm talking about is a person who I used to actually play against and run tournaments in and for back in the day, Sanford Kelly. One of the best Marvel 2 players of all time, if not arguably the best Marvel Play 2 of all time. Maybe you could say Justin Wong was better, Yipes was better, but he's definitely up there, right?
Now, he's taking this out of context, you know, the thing he's always worried about. He doesn't say Street Fighter 6 sucks and DSP is 100% right. Can't believe DSP was right about this. He says, as you can see on screen, Street Fighter 4 was very special to me because of the skill and mastery. I miss watching Street Fighter streams and seeing character-specific combos and trades into stuff. The execution and reactions people had were insane to play against and watch. I miss that era of Street Fighter. He's saying he's missing his favorite Street Fighter, which is apparently Street Fighter 4. You know, kind of like how DSP is always crying that Street Fighter 2 Turbo was his favorite. This guy's just nostalgic for his favorite video game. Kind of like when I'm playing Diablo 4, or at least trying to play Diablo 4, and going, man, Diablo 2 is way fucking better. God, I miss Diablo 2, fuck. And now, of course, you got Diablo 2 Resurrected, and fuck me. New season came out, so I'm balls deep into it with my Necromancer. DSP. And nowhere in this does he say Street Fighter 6 sucks. He doesn't even mention Street Fighter 6. The only Street Fighter he mentions is 4. I wanted to get to this point because, guys, you're taking it out of context. That's not what I said, guys. You gotta watch my full 17 years of being on YouTube to understand what I meant by that. Well, here's context right here on screen. Literally saying, Street Fighter 4 was very special to me because of the skill and mastery. Nor does he mention 6. Nor does he mention, because these people keep posting videos online within a week, it takes away the meta of the game, guys. In no way, shape, or form are they agreeing with you, DSP. They're just saying that they miss Street Fighter 4. Kind of like how I miss Diablo 2. Or how you miss Street Fighter 2 Turbo. And I miss DSP. The context is that he misses Street Fighter 4. Not that Street Fighter 6 sucks and DSP has been right the entire time. It's amazing how he has to twist things like this to make it agree with him. Because obviously the person doesn't agree with him. Unless you twist his words. DSP. Get over it. Street Fighter 2 Turbo is in the past. Street Fighter 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They're not going to play like it. And they never will. And now I get it. But guys, in the past you used to be able to beat up scrubs for months. Well, now you can't. Because the people who actually like playing fighting games want to play them. And they want to know how to play them correctly, I guess you could say. Now, yes, does it take away some of the... Again, using Diablo 2 as an example. Back in the day when you're young, dumb, and full of fun. Going, I want to use a barbarian. I want to use concentrate because it increases my defense so they have a harder time hitting me. Well, actually, that's a terrible build right there. You got to use this, and you got to use this weapon, then you got to use this set. You got to do that. It's like, fuck. I get it. Like, you got to do a shout barb. If you're going to do a barb, it's shout barb. Or possibly whirlwind. What was the other skill? You got to use the whirlwind. Or you could also do the throw barbarian. Throw barbarian, if you get the right weapons, is actually pretty powerful. Or if you're going to do sorceress. Are you going to do blizzard? Are you going to do chain lightning? Are you going to do nova? Are you going to do meteor? Like, what? You can't just play sorceress. You got to be able, like, I'm going to do this, or this, or this. Although, because of the new Sunder charms they have in Diablo 2 that will break immunities, you can actually play around now. There's no more, I got to do this sorceress. I got to do that sorceress. You can now actually play around a little bit because of Sunder charms. So if you want to put all your points into Charge Bolt, making Charge Bolt as powerful as possible, and now you cast one Charge Bolt and it just covers the whole map, wiping out everything in front of it, because you have the Sunder charm that breaks lightning immunity, you can do that now. Alright, I'm just letting this get away from me. DSP, you're a dumbass. This guy doesn't agree with you. No one agrees with you. No one will ever agree with you because you're wrong. With that, I'm going to let you go. Thank you for watching. As always, like, subscribe, comment down below, and have one hell of a day.